in the words of an Indian mystic guru and philosopher which I love, his name is Osho, I hope you've heard about him, and quoted quite freely by me, he says that culture is the weight of 1,000 dead bodies on your shoulders. So culture is nothing but the weight of 1,000 dead bodies on your shoulders. We put that weight on ourselves. It might sound very untangible, but it's doable. So it's actually just trying to realize our true nature and realize the peace that we already have within ourselves, and not being afraid to live out that peace, not being afraid of sounding weird against arguments made out of feelings or arguments made out of fear. Let's insist on rationality. Let's insist on the core of human beings. We are born trusting. We learn to mistrust. Somebody might call this, a religious person might call this core the soul. A non-religious person might call this core the human nature. However, it doesn't matter because they're just words. In the end, nothing else matters but what we have in common, and we actually already know what we have in common because that's how we meet. We don't meet, when we meet a different person, we don't meet this person as a culture or as a religion. We're taught to meet this person as that, but we actually look into each other's eyes, and what is it we feel? We don't feel the culture, we don't feel the religion, we feel something else that connects us. And that's, I think, the best way to discuss, if we can call it, intercultural understanding. Because there is no such thing as culture, there's only human beings. But let's call it culture, let's call it the meeting of human beings, and then take it from there. In the end, I will say, in the end, according to Immanuel Kant and Habermas, and also Løgstrup, who is a very known philosopher in Denmark, we already in ourselves, man has in him an already existing moral, an ability to transgress himself for the sake of the other. We're able to do this, but we learn to limit ourselves because of our experiences, but we have the ability to have a moral and to trust the person we meet. And also, finally, I will say that man searches for the common ground because we know that is what connects us. So being conscious of our belonging to humanity and overstepping our ego's need for self-definition and our need for realizing our true personality is, for me, the key to a true intercultural understanding. And I will end it here.